Man, oh man, oh man.
It just gets worse. It just gets worse. I had to spend my Thanksgiving night watching the sorriest team in football. I had to watch my Baltimore Ravens go out there and play like absolute dog shit for 60 minutes. Now, here's one thing about it. Let's get the knock some stuff out the way. The defense, I'm not gonna get on the defense because they played hard in the first half. They only allowed 9 points. The offense didn't show up. But I don't know why we consider thinking that Wiggins can guard Jamar Chase. Don't know why we think that. I mean, yeah, he did stop on a fade route, but still, we need to stop doing that. But this ain't about the defense. Offense. Andrews up and down like he's been all year. Isaiah Likely, terrible fumble that really took the morale of the whole team. Bateman, I don't know why he's even on this roster. One target. He's barely open, even if he is open. If he doesn't get a certain flag, he stops running his routes anyway. So therefore, Bateman's just useless. We have Derrick Henry. I want to explain this to y'all. The best running back of this era, the best running back of the past decade, gets a touchdown on the first drive. And you know what we do to reward him? Give him 7 carries for the rest of the game. 7. Keaton Mitchell, on his second run, gets a touchdown to get it to 1914, I want to say. You know what he's rewarded with? 0 carries after that. But Rasheem Ali gets 4 carries, but Keaton Mitchell gets 2, and Henry gets 10? Todd Monken, or were you drunk? 2023 AFC Championship game all over again. We're sitting here deciding to not run the ball when it works against the worst defense in the league. I want to say they were 31st against the run, the Bengals were, for the season. And we decided not run. We wanted Lamar Jackson to drop back every time. Offensive line is legitimately so awful. I don't understand why we don't just cut everybody. Rodney Stanley is a waste of his money. Use his contract and get either a better O-lineman or get Lamar Jackson another receiver to throw to. That's not Rashad Bateman. I would use Stanley's money and Rashad Bateman's money and trade them to the Eagles and get A.J. Brown. Legitimately. This offensive line is terrible. Why is Falele still on my screen? Why is he still playing football as a starter, a starting offensive lineman in this league? He sucks. Everyone sees he sucks. But John Harbaugh, oh yeah, I believe in him. I'm not going to do any judgment for our offensive line. Really? Lamar's getting killed, running for his life. Let's get to the biggest problem of this game. I love this player for years. He went to Louisville. I've seen him. I'm telling y'all, I have seen almost every snap of this man's career, from his college career to now. He's, to me, still is the second or third best quarterback in the game. Lamar Jackson played the absolute worst game of his career. Lamar Jackson played like pure shit all night long. 3 turnovers this man had. Now, the first one should have held onto the ball, but there's also offensive line allowed the defender to just swoop right in as if we're not already damn near in our own end zone. Which it seems like it's that every game. Thank you, special teams. And where was Wester? Was Wester hurt? Was Wester returning? I don't know. I didn't hear his name all day. But that's not here nor there. He fumbles. Defense gets a good stop, but because of where he fumbled, it didn't matter we got a stop on the Bengals. We were still behind even after we got the stop on 4th down. So therefore, that fumble wasted two possessions. The next fumble was just disgusting. He just loses the ball. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell's going on with Lamar Jackson. Granted, he made some key throws, right? The pass to Likely ends up fumbling. Why is it that we are obsessed with fumbling the ball on the 1-yard line? Why is it that we love to sit there and not finish plays? But here's my thing about that too. That rule is so stupid. What if a defender knocks the ball out of my hand and it goes into the end zone out of bounds? How does the defender get the ball? Now, if I lose the ball by myself and I'm just running, I just bobble it, right? Or a guy tackles me, shoestring tackles me, and I lose the ball, then they should get the ball. Then the defense should get the ball. But if they bat the ball out of my hand or bat my arm and get the ball out and it goes out of bounds, it should be spotted where I fumbled the ball, not just given to the defense. But either way, apparently Zay Flowers and Likely have problems finishing plays. It's on the jumbotron. You see two guys behind you. Boys, cover up the ball. That literally killed the whole morale of this team. And then you add Lamar Jackson's fumble, and then Zay Flowers' fumble later on. We just love to help out the other team. Either way, Lamar Jackson played terrible, missing throws all over the place. He throws it, regular throw, he throws it too high. Zay Flowers has to try to Odell catch it because Lamar threw it over his head. I'm pretty sure, I think it was a fade route to Hopkins. Overthrew it. Flat route to Keaton Mitchell. He sits there, throws it into the dirt. Andrews got a drop, which he should have caught, but also Lamar underthrew it a little bit. Like, what the hell was going on with Lamar Jackson? What is going on with Lamar? Mentally. Because I don't want to hear the whole injury shit. Because these plays didn't involve him in his legs. He was moving fine. Throwing the ball, he ain't got no shoulder injury. He's not like Brock Purdy. It's either man is hurt or he don't trust his line. I don't know. Maybe he's checked out. I don't know. But Lamar has not looked great. Not since he came back against the Dolphins. He hasn't looked great. And again, offensive line has something to do with that. Play calling has something to do with that. You have Derrick Henry. So if Lamar's playing bad, give the ball to Henry. Give the ball to Keaton Mitchell. Run the ball. That's your number one identity anyway. And you decide not to do it. You decide to run the ball 16 times, 4 of them being to Rasheem Ali, 2 to Keaton Mitchell, 10 to Derrick Henry. Changes need to be made, man. There's no way Harbaugh stays after this, right? There's no way he stays after this season. There's no way, right? I don't believe so. I don't believe there's any reason to keep him. We could have had McDonald. We could have had Mack. He's in Seattle. We could have fired John Harbaugh and got Ben Johnson. Now the Bears are number 1 in their division. We could have had Ben Johnson this year if we had fired John Harbaugh like we should have. We could have Mack if we fired John Harbaugh like we should have. They're both better coaches. Ben Johnson just became a head coach, and he's already a better coach than John Harbaugh. I ain't gonna lie to you. If Mike Tomlin's done, I'd rather just take Mike Tomlin and swap him with John Harbaugh. Because at least Mike Tomlin's gonna always have the defense right. So we're never gonna waste 7 weeks of the season on defense. At least Mike Tomlin has a certain discipline with defenders, not receivers. Clearly, Antonio Brown and George Pickens in them. No, but discipline's not our issue as far as that level. It's the fact that with every single hint of resistance, we give up. First Lamar fumble, morale down. Likely fumble, morale down. Flowers gets a stupid-ass PI that made no sense because Jamar Chase pushes off all the time. It wasn't even really a push-off. It's just being physical on a fade route, but whatever. Morale down. You know, second fumble, Lamar. Morale down. Then Flowers fumble, that was it. It's over with. It's over with. Trying to fight for extra yards. Sir, we was already in good field goal range. Or good, we're already in the red zone. That's the worst part. The interception and Flowers fumble happened in the red zone. I'm done, man. I'm done. I can't. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll probably talk about them again going into next year. Or going into next week. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Because I didn't. Not watching this unit. Can't. Lamar, get your shit together. Harbaugh, just quit. Please. Bye. Yeah.